Hi, this is Doris. We're going to look at another Gates. This takes place at the paint store. And it's with a painter and the paintbrush. Make sure you have your human design chart. If you don't have one, go get a rave chart. You can go to my page under Let's Get Started and get your own. And if you like this information, please subscribe. Okay, this takes place at the paint store. Gate 42 is the paintbrush, and gate 53 is the painter. This is your sacral and your root area on your body. The one thing that a lot of people are having problem with doing this is that this is a community energy. So when you have this, either the 42 or the 53. Now let's go over the 53 first. That's the gate of development. I call it the painter because when you develop something, you start with a blank canvas. You don't have to be a painter, but you have to start something. It doesn't matter really what you start, it's the energy that comes out of you that you put into it. And because it has, when I was thinking about this gate, I thought about a painter because sometimes they start with a blank canvas. On the other side of it, you have the paintbrush. That's the area that gets into a little bit more of the detail. The gate of increase, more of it, down to the detail and fine-tuning things. When you combine these two energies, like on this chart, it's together. It's the gate 5342. It's together. Now the hard thing about if I see someone who has the painter or the paintbrush, this is the area. I'm thinking it's because it's coming out of the sacral and the root center. I'm thinking it's the lower half of the body. What happens if you don't? If you have these and you don't do nothing about it, you have energy going to you to use this stuff. If you don't use the energy stays on you and it gets stagnant. It could fall into weight gain or arthritis, so pains on the lower half of your body. When I see someone who has this and doesn't use the energy correctly, I see those problems in people. Now, the painter can paint anything. It doesn't even have to paint. He just has to start something. There's a trick to this thing, though. It's once they get started, they might not know when to stop. So if you know anyone who has the 53 or the 42, either one will keep going and keep going and keep going into exhaustion, that you have to tell them, hey, that's enough. That's good enough for the day. Let's take a break. And someone who has the gate 42, the paintbrush, they will be criticizing every detail. Because that's what they are. They want more and more and more, and they want to increase, and they don't know when to stop. So with this gate, keep an eye on them. You don't want them to get exhausted. Now, because it's a community energy, this is not something that you start. I want you to start a project, but I don't. When you talk about individual energy, that's for yourself. You talk about tribal energy, that is for your family and your friends and people that come into your home and you let into your life. But this one falls under the community energy. So if you have these gates, you have to realize that they're made for community. Something that somebody else will see that could see walking by. If I run into someone who wants to lose weight, their bottom half is a little bit too heavy and maybe a little bit sore, I'll say, you I'll look at their chart, and if I see a painter on their chart, these gates, I'll let them know the energy is just stagnant in you. It's not going anywhere. You have to let it loose. As soon as you do this stuff, it will be released, because they say what you're waiting on is causes you to wait. So you have extra weight in you. So what are you waiting on? Get it done. Now, what would you do with this? Start something that everybody in the community can see. Start a garden. Not just for your family and friends. This is something that the community would have to go by, look at it, and appreciate it, and like it. The one thing about human design is people don't understand how, I would say, spiritual it is. That's when you get the connection. This is a community energy, so it has to be appreciated by somebody outside your circle. When they appreciate it, then you will get the reward. So the idea is that if you have this gate, the gate 53 or the gate 42, it's a community energy. So you're saying, Doris, well, I started exercising, I started something, but I'm not getting no reward out of it yet. My knees still hurt, my ankles still hurt, and I put on a little bit too much weight, and I'm trying to lose it. But I know now I have this gate. Well, I would ask, are you doing the exercise in your house? Because that's only for you or your family to see. You need to get out and walk, for people can see it. When they see it, they appreciate it or know it happening, that's when the connection is made. That's when the energy will be released. Because it's like they say, what you're waiting for, once you make the connection, you'll get what you want. But with this energy, there's a little bit of warning. You might not want to quit, because if you go out and start walking and people start seeing you walk and you start losing too much weight, somebody's going to say, hey, you're losing too much too fast. So, or you're painting something, or you're starting a garden, whatever you start, whatever project that you decide to start would be in your desire or what makes you happy. But this is for the community. So it's going to probably be outside your house. And that's the trick to it. The trick to it is use these energies where they belong to be used, so you can get the most out of them. Well, that's the paint store with the painter and the paintbrush at the paint store. Thank you.